Last we left off, Locke was swimming for his life through an underwater tunnel at the bottom of a lake in search of the Chaos Compass. We return now, immediately to that moment. I need one final constitution check here. You have to beat a 13, otherwise Locke is just gonna drown.
Uh-oh.
It's very tense.
Not this early.
Alright, Martin, I believe in you. You got this.
Oh.
Yes! That was tense, but you made it. You come up gasping for air and find yourself in another room. Down here at the bottom of the lake, you pop up.
Oh.
And are in a dim room. At the edge of the room lies another door with an inscription above it. And 2 buttons on either side of the door. You're all alone,
heart
though.
one and a death one.
There's a heart and a skull above each of the buttons.
I don't need to read this because I'm alone, right?
Oh, right, yeah, you don't need to read it out loud at all. Do you want to go back for your group, though? You might want to tell them what's going on.
Yeah, they probably can't swim down here. I barely made it. Or is it like a one-time thing? We can make the swim like instantly now, or?
No, it's not a one-time thing.
Yeah, well, I'm
swimming
gonna
this
solve
deep
this
is
puzzle
dangerous.
then.
Let's cut back up to the top of the group then. Just see what they're thinking, how it's going with them all alone without a captain. So Locke just dove down. That's the last you guys saw of him, and you're all sitting up at the top of a mountain, enjoying a very nice view.
Oh, yeah.
Did you bring any food for us, Wilbur?
Well,
I'm starved.
I picked up some coconut. I can make a little bit of a curry.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I gather some sticks and stones to make a little campfire, and then I put my cauldron on and I make a little curry thing.
Awesome. Yeah, give me a roll for how well this curry turns out.
Okay. Since I only have coconut, it gets a little bit bland.
Sure. But you do normally add your proficiency to that, so it's a decent curry.
Yeah.
Enough to feed the crew after a long day's travel. Everyone is happy with what they can get. Well, thank you, Wilbur. This is actually quite nice.
Thank you, Timothy.
Ooh, I really hit the spot.
Gee, isn't the captain just the best? You guys.
He sure is.
Yeah, he is.
Wait a minute.
Or
I could just follow him anywhere.
Well, he's certainly a captain, all right.
A little meanwhile.
Well, Karen already sat down, so she's left behind, right? Can she smell the coconut curry from where she is?
Oh, did Karen not even finish walking up the mountain? She just literally sat down on the trail? Okay.
oh shit.
Watch them go.
Give me a perception check. See if you smell the delicious curry cooking from up top.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. It's not great, but it's an 8.
Oh.
After a while, you don't smell it right away, but there is like the faintest of odors, yes, drifting from above. You don't know how long it's been since this curry was made. Smell takes time to travel.
Yeah. Well, it's enough for me to swallow my pride for now, this one time, and start going where I assume the other guys went.
Alright, so you finally start to walk up and finish this hike. You'll be a few hours later than the rest of the group.
A few hours? Oh my god, it was that long ago, I suppose.
It was like an hour-long hike, so you just sat down in the middle of it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Plus however long you took to sit there and just ponder to yourself. As you do.
Yep.
Does anyone notice that Karen is missing?
Oh, the biggest insult. Nobody is.
Dead
I think Pee-wee
silence.
notices.
Okay.
Pee-wee notices.
Oh my.
I don't think he says anything about it.
No.
That's also valid.
Well, the group just sits around in a stoic pirate silence, as they do, I suppose. Looking off into the night. we'll cut back to our captain here, who is all alone at the bottom of a lake with this stone door in front of him. I'll just read the inscription here, even though you wouldn't read it aloud since you're all alone. But above the doorway, there's a bit of a riddle which says, "One button opens the path to the heart, the other awakens those torn apart. Choose wrong and join those that are dead. Choose right and see what lies ahead." And you are presented with these two buttons. On the left, there is a button with a picture of a heart above it, and on the right, there's a picture of a skull above the button.
Henry, are you making these things?
I am. Homebrew.
These are crazy good.
Thanks. I like puzzles. What can I say?
My first thought is that if I press the wrong button, then the skeletons are gonna rise up and probably try to kill me.
It's a pretty solid line of thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't press the wrong one.
Yeah, or maybe arrange them in a weird way, so when they wake up, they're like, they can't walk and stuff, you know?
That's a pretty fun idea.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, so instead of pressing either of the buttons, you want to go over here and mess up the piles of bones?
Yeah, and the one over here.
There's just lots of bones everywhere. There was a lot as you were like swimming through the cave here, and these aren't just one skeleton, but you can just start to scatter them about, assemble them in any different way.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna press the skeleton button, because that's the one to my right.
Alright, you have figured it out. It was just an old bamboozle. You press the button on the right of the door with a slow creak. The door slides open. You don't summon any skeletons today. You successfully avoided the second combat. Puzzling your way through this adventure.
Is the door covering the other button?
It like slides into the wall here, so...
Okay, so you can still press the other button.
That button's still an option, yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a dim tunnel laid out before you.
I'm gonna go into the dim tunnel.
Alright, you reach what appears to be a large, cavernous room. Much darker than the previous room, which was already quite dim. At the edge of this pathway here, there is a large skull over a metal crate. There's another inscription here, but the rest of the room just appears to fall off into like a void. And maybe 20 meters across is the other side where the path continues. But there's just
jump it?
a big open pit. I don't know. Can you jump 20 meters, Martin? It's
I can't believe you used meters. What?
or 60 feet if you want to play that way.
Whoa.
Wait, is that the conversion?
It's about 3-to-1, so 60 feet for my fellow Americans, 20 meters for the rest of the goddamn world. The second inscription here, though, that is on the back of this bull skull, it reads, "If you wish to cross this hole, you must pay a deadly toll, for I require sacrifice, 5 liters of blood to be precise."
This is like Saw. Saw number 1.
So yeah, you're kind of required to have some kind of sacrifice at this point in the dungeon.
Right. So that's why we brought Pee-wee.
I was really wondering who you're gonna sacrifice.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Everyone can give a liter each.
Yeah, there you go.
Can you summon something?
That'd probably work
pour
too.
water into the thing?
I don't know if that would work. But yeah, you see this inscription and think to yourself, 5 liters of blood is an entire person's worth of blood.
Don't we have 8 liters?
Something like that. I don't know exactly how many liters of blood a person has.
Can probably live.
5 liters would be pretty deadly.
Yeah, but if you just drink enough water, you could just
I
gain
think
it
even
back.
1 liter might be lethal. I don't know.
That doesn't sound right.
We'll say 1 liter is not quite lethal, it's just very wounding. Anything past that, though, is like you bleed out.
Yeah. Well, what can I kill? Do I see anything I can kill?
Not in this room. This room is just a complete cavern. Big empty
Okay,
hole.
what about using the bones from the other room and mixing the marrow with water and then splashing that in?
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand for crafting this bone marrow.
Sleight of hand. Oh, 25.
Oh, with advantage? I'll say you spent enough time to get advantage, because that is a crit. You start to mix the bone marrow, but you see that the water you pour into this grate gets filtered out almost immediately. So the water aspect of this probably wouldn't work, but you do realize the bone marrow clicks for a little bit. You don't have 5 liters worth of bone marrow, but as you pour some of this mixture in, the water starts to filter out of the grates, but the bone marrow is absorbed, and there is a dim red bridge formed between these two pathways. It only lasts for a moment because there's not enough of the marrow to fully fulfill the sacrifice, but you see a flickering magical bridge span the chasm.
Whoa.
A pee into it.
The pee is also filtered out along with water.
What? This is some ancient technology.
It's high tech, baby.
What about I split open the skull on that thing, see what's inside?
Yeah, you could roll to attack it.
It's a one-on-one, right? So I get sneak attack?
You do get advantage, yeah.
I don't know how to do this.
A 22, I mean, you hit. You chip a good piece of it off.
Wait, no, that's the wrong one.
You're just rolling dice now.
Wait, what? I'm rolling for damage.
Regardless, it's a lot of damage. You do chip the skull, and you're able to see inside that it's just a hollow skull.
Just a hollow skull?
Yeah, you chip off a piece of the bone, but it looks like the skull itself is purely ornamental.
Oh yeah, there the sneak attack is.
Hey. 10 damage? This is a lot of damage. You pierce your rapier straight through the skull.
Yeah. It didn't work though.
Doesn't seem to change the fact that you need some kind of sacrifice.
I need to pierce a crew member.
So you gonna
There's
swim
nothing
back
in
up?
here.
Or yeah, no, it's a dead end of a room. Yet that's the only path.
How much blood can I spare?
That seems like a question for Jay.
Yeah, it really does.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I can survive the swim up.
It's easier to swim up than it is to swim down.
I don't think you would survive swimming down. But I really get that you want me to get them, so I guess that's the only choice.
I realize that it is a scary mechanic to have to swim for your life every time, but I just wanted to test out, see how these new swimming mechanics worked. And yeah, it should be a scary task to have to swim to the bottom of a lake. That's not an easy ask.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're so scary, and also I'm sorry.
Because if I cut myself now and it doesn't work, I don't have enough blood, then I can't swim back up.
Yeah, then you're really screwed.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Can I try and make the bones float to the surface? Send a signal?
That's a smart idea. Yeah, you could just swim out to the edge of the cave and let some bones up.
Actually, I want to type, or not type, but like score into the bones a message. Come down.
Oh yeah, you can carve that
We
into
need blood.
the skull.
Bring blood.
Okay.
Yeah.
You carve this message into a skull. Let's get
Yep.
some perception checks from those on top. See if you notice the message being sent your way.
How do we receive this message? Do we just see like a skull flying towards us with this message?
Yeah, perception check
floating,
to
yeah.
notice Okay, Jay doesn't notice. He's looking off into the night.
Is it that late?
It is late at night right now, yeah.
Okay.
We're hiking all day. Okay, Wilbur does see. Pee-wee doesn't see. Karen is just finally finishing the hike up, just joining the group. So I'll
Wait,
say,
what? She didn't get to eat?
not yet she
No.
hasn't.
Bab, starving.
So Jay and Pee-wee notice Karen, but Wilbur looks off into the lake, and you see a few skulls suddenly float to the surface. And seem
Oh,
to
and I'm gonna take one skull and write something about it's a really tough swim. Be
Okay.
prepared. Bring the tanks.
Alright.
Yeah.
There is 2 skulls.
There's skulls in the water. Maybe we should help. Dear old Locke.
Oh no, is the captain in trouble? Timothy's very worried.
He might be dead. That might be his skull.
Oh. He starts crying in a corner.
That's fine, Timothy. You'll be the new captain.
I mean,
No.
that's like a skull. Like, rule number 1 in Necromancer High School, skulls take a lot of time to become skulls. To go from, being a head to being like a skull.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
good point. That's true. So the captain's alive?
I don't know, I don't care. Is there any food I can eat? I'm starving.
We just ate. We had
Is there no food left?
the curry.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
think they left
there is
any.
no curry. You left no curry for me?
Oh, no.
I literally cannot believe this. I have never felt less welcome in a group of people. Like, even Martha would be so kind as to leave them.
You weren't here. You just wandered off.
Well, my feet were hurting. What would you want me to do? Keep walking?
Yeah. The rest of us just kept walking.
Well, I didn't. So, whatever. I don't need food.
Sorry.
You better be. I keep grudges. And I keep them long.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry about that one. We'll make some more tomorrow.
Tomorrow? I'm starving now.
Well, there's no more coconuts.
I literally. Do you want me to eat this grass? Kick some grass.
Karen, I think you are going to be suffering from a level of exhaustion. Which
No.
means you're gonna make all these checks with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Which is brutal if you're trying to
literally
swim.
starving.
Yeah. Anyway,
I jump in the water.
Wilbur, you swim out easy enough, and you see the 2 skulls have like some messages carved in the back.
Can I get back up?
Yeah, you don't. They were on the surface, so you don't have to roll for holding your breath or anything. You can just swim back with the skulls.
Okay, yeah, I take them back because I can't read.
Right, of course. The skulls. What do they
Yeah.
say? Do they?
I
let me see
hand
those.
them to John, Han, Cornelius.
All right.
I take them.
Yeah, you see the messages that Martin left. One saying that you should come down and you need more blood, and the other saying that it's a tough swim, bring some tanks.
Bring the tanks.
Do I have any blood with me?
Yeah, give me a roll. Jay might actually have some blood on him.
But surely not like 5
No. Oh my. Another
No
crit
blood.
fail. You left.
He's exsanguinated.
Yeah. You remember how you spilled all your blood? That was not only all your notes ruined. That was also all of your blood wasted. You just like
All of my spare blood?
all your spare
Yeah.
blood spilled.
You're B
covered those
minus.
notes.
B
It was-
negative.
It was a really
I'm B negative too?
Yeah, it really B negative.
no spare blood for you.
Just chop the arm off.
Maybe he needs us. Maybe we should jump down.
I think that might be true.
But maybe we should like tie a rock to us so that we sink super fast, and that way we spend less time going down.
That sounds like a brilliant plan.
But then or we just hold a rock and then we can let go of the rock once we don't need it anymore.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Okay.
pretty smart. Okay, so everyone finds a nice heavy rock. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. There's plenty of rocks up here at the top. And that'll mean that instead of doing 2 checks just to get to the bottom, or no, sorry, I made Martin do 3 checks to get to the bottom. So instead of that, it'll just be 1 check to get to the bottom and 1 to get through the tunnel here. Since you need 3 to fail, then all you guys need to do is not roll a 1. Everybody go ahead and give me 2 different constitution checks.
If everyone's going down.
Everyone, oh yeah, does anyone want to stay behind? Not want to swim?
Go with that life.
Alright, even with disadvantage, Karen only loses a little bit of air as you're like swimming through the tunnel filled with bones.
I feel at home.
Wilbur, you're a little out of breath as well as you sink down, but you make it just fine to the other side.
Nice.
Hey, are you coming
We're
with?
coming for you.
Yeah, I'm coming with.
Jack, you too.
Me too.
Constitution, you're swimming.
Pee-wee can't swim.
Oh, that's right. This has been established.
We did establish that.
Yeah. Well, the plan was just to hold a rock and sink to the bottom, and then you do have to sort of swim through a tunnel here. So I don't know if Pee-wee wants to stay behind or have someone help him
I think
out.
Pee-wee's kind of got a fatal flaw where where water is a little bit of a fear.
All right.
So I think maybe he's gonna stay behind.
Hey, that's fair. He can't get sacrificed that way.
That's beneficial for Pee-wee.
Okay. Timothy is the last to go. He's like got a pretty heavy rock for himself. Aren't you coming with, Pee-wee? Pee-wee, did you find the rock? Are you coming with?
Nor I will stay ashore. I can't be going in the deep.
Oh.
I can't swim, you see.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay then. I guess you should keep a lookout. Yeah, that's smart.
I will do that.
All right then. I'll see you on the other side, I suppose. And he throws himself in the rock in. He's safe. He loses a bit of air going through the tunnel. He is very frail after all. You all make it down. You're now joining with Locke in the cave below. You see all these bones and stuff arranged. Martin is sitting there waiting for you.
Finally.
Hello there, Locke. You need blood? Explain yourself.
Yeah, if you come with me into the next room, read the runes, you can see that we need 5 liters of blood. And I don't have that much blood on me right now. But I used some bone marrow from all these bones over here. I point to the heaps of bones. And that seemed to work.
Okay.
Well, Jay, you probably have some blood. Don't you, Jay?
I accidentally spilled it all on the trip over here on the boat. But I'm sure we can scrounge up around 5 liters of blood. We're 5 people, so 1 liter each.
I think Timothy can probably contribute with at least 3 liters.
Oh, I'm very small. I think I only have about 3-4 liters in me.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think we need 5 liters because I put some bone marrow in there. So.
But maybe we could take some water, take some bone marrow, take some blood, mix it all together into a nice stew.
Yeah, water doesn't work somehow.
But if we mix it with, maybe if we have some iron, because that's pretty good in blood, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can trick it.
There's iron and blood? I don't believe you.
That's what makes it red.
That's what
What?
makes me attracted to magnets.
Wait, what?
Magnets.
Yeah. Old
Wait.
women.
Like Magnum nuts? Or like big nuts?
Yep.
Like peanuts and walnuts?
The biggest nuts.
Hey, do you have any nuts, Wilbur? I guess we did have coconut.
I have coconut
All
shell.
he has is these nuts.
I don't remember. Let me rummage through my pockets and see if I got.
Oh no, please.
I look for my nuts, Henry. Do I have any?
I mean, give me a roll to see if you have how many nuts you have.
13. I got some nuts.
Yeah, you find a few nuts in your pocket. Just had
Oh.
some laying about.
Yeah, I hold out like a bouquet of some sweaty nuts.
That's kind of gross. I don't know if I want any of those nuts.
Oh, they're really good for eating. I eat one of the nuts.
Okay. I like the bone marrow idea, though. That seems smart. Maybe we can do half of a bone marrow and half blood mixture?
Let's try.
All right, so you would still each have to give half a liter of blood this way, which is, not lethal. It's just you'd all have to take a bit of damage.
Okay, I have another idea for us. It might not work. Depends on the GM.
All right, hit me.
But let's take all the marrow from the bones first. Put them in that cauldron of yours, Wilbur. And then let's try to push the wrong button on the door. Because there was a right one and a wrong one. And the wrong one should probably maybe summon some enemies. With blood. Hopefully.
Yeah, skeletons usually don't have blood, but you can certainly try.
Yeah, we try.
But first we have to cut up the bones and take the marrow. So if it's them, they probably won't be any.
Alright, yeah, you're able to squeeze all of the marrow out of these skeletons and such. You get maybe like 3 liters of bone marrow. It's quite a lot. But there's a lot of bones here as well. And then you press the button of the heart here, which immediately has the door close. And these frail skeletons start to assemble from the bones. However, because you took all the marrow out, they're they're very shaky as they assemble and then immediately fall apart again. They're like click, 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 and then just clack to the ground. They don't seem to have any life essence left in them, so they can't stay assembled.
Yeah, okay. I go and click the other button.
Yeah, the door opens back up for you.
So I think if Bertha stands in the doorway when I click the heart button, then we get enough blood.
You just want me to stand right here, Captain?
Yes, right there.
Okay, but I don't see how it's gonna do anything different from the last time.
Yeah, me neither. Well, we can just head into the other room, and I'll show you where we are supposed to drain our blood. I'm not gonna actually kill him.
That sounds sinister.
Alright, you head on over. You see the bull skull and the metallic grate on the ground, as well as this large abyss which sits between you and the other side. So we're all just supposed to put our blood in here, huh?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
wait.
I'm first, and I slit my hand.
All right. We'll
Actually,
say...
I slit my belly open.
Oh god. Just bleeding straight to the source. Yeah, we'll say if a bonk on the head from a coconut does 1 damage, then donating half a liter of blood, that's only going to be 3 damage.
Okay.
So a flat 3 from everybody, because this is a controlled method, so you can make sure that you're giving just enough blood. Timothy will contribute a bit of blood. He only has 5 health, but he will still give 1. And you make this foul mixture of blood and bone marrow, stir it up in the cauldron. The same cauldron that you just cooked very nice chowder in. It's now getting a bit messy, but who cares?
It all contributes to the flavor.
Stir it up good, pour the mixture into the grate on the ground. Once again, the eyes on the skull light up, and a spectral bridge begins to form across this cavern here.
This seems safe. I go
Bridge
ahead and
stretches out.
I test the bridge.
Yeah, it does. It appears to hold your weight just fine. It's somewhat eerie to stand out above nothingness and look down into the darkness below. But you're not falling, at least. Seems like you should be able to cross.
This is fine. I'm still bleeding from my hand. Walk, and it drips down on the bridge.
I can bandage you up.
Oh yeah, well you can do that as well.
Yeah, everybody has
I
open
just-
wounds right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can start like bandaging it up.
Yeah, go for it. You can roll to heal the group up. It's a medicine check, of course. Whoa, so many rolls. I guess that's 1 for each, yeah?
Yeah. Got 120 in there at least.
Got 1 crit though. That makes them all successful.
Nice.
You're able to heal these guys back up, and with a crit, I'll say you're an expert in this. You are able to not take the full 3 damage. You only took 2 damage when you gave your blood, or you bandaged yourself up.
Oh, so we don't get health back.
No. This medicine would not actually heal or anything. This is just to keep your wounds sanitary.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll heal up eventually as you rest on the ship. Wasn't a lethal wound or anything, but you're able to proceed across through the final tunnel and into this very bright final room here. You see runes written in a bright blue all along the ground here, with a large pedestal in the middle. At the far end of the room, there is a statue of a man in robes with long mangy hair. He's got glasses and like a funny mustache. And there is a petrified tree sitting in one corner, as well as a brazier which seems to still be burning with bright fire in the other corner.
Does it say wandering to rule them all? Wandering to find them? Wandering to bring them all and in the darkness find them?
No, it actually says, you can see written on the runes on the ground,
Congratulations, you reached the end. Just one final test before you ascend. I kiss the earth but come from the sky. If I touch you, you'll surely die. What am I?
Wilbur, I didn't know you could read.
Oh, there. It must have been the curry.
That's great.
Nice try.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm looking at them, and the words are in my head. Doesn't make any sense. Get it out of my head.
But yeah, one final riddle here. The pedestal seems to stand in the center of the room, but has like a type of door which is closed at the top. There's like a metal latch sealed shut.
He kisses the earth. It comes from the sky.
The only thing coming from the sky that kisses the earth is the rain or the sun.
If I touch you, you'll surely die.
Yeah, rain doesn't kill me.
But maybe the sun does.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. I've
Everyone
never-
knows that the sun is just, you can't touch it. Like,
But if you touch it.
but you
No,
can.
if I
It's the
touch
sun.
you, it says.
It's magic.
If I touch you, you'll surely die.
Huh. What are we supposed to do with the answer, too? Do we just say it? The sun!
That door opens.
The
No, I think
sun.
we have to actually sacrifice our firstborn son.
It does like sacrifices, it seems. Yeah, if anyone wants to investigate any of the elements of this room more closely, you can also let me know.
I want to
Yeah.
go to... Yeah.
Alright, which part of the room are
looking
you
at
inspecting?
Arcana? Doing some of the floor.
Oh yeah, that would be an arcane check. Nice, you got good arcana.
I got good everything.
These are definitely... It looks like there's a couple types of runes here in the circle. But from what you can tell, it appears to like be detecting for words said inside of the circle. So anything you say while you're standing inside
I walk
it.
inside the circle.
Okay. And then you also notice with a 23, you notice that there seems to be some teleportation magic in these runes as well.
Hey guys, come over here for a bit. I'm just like, I want to try something. This sort of reminds me of something.
Oh, okay. Timothy
Yeah,
steps
but-
inside.
Step into the circle. I think this is literally gonna be the best.
Just
I've
don't sacrifice us.
I look up and I say, the sun!
Nothing happens.
Ah,
The sun is not the answer.
the rain! Ugh, what a lame puzzle. I hate puzzles. Whatever, guys.
What, you're not leaving, are you?
No,
No.
I'm staying in the circle. But I don't care. Puzzle's dumb.
We might be on the right track, though. It's gotta be something that comes from the sky, but touches the earth, right?
Fire?
Oh, what about lightning?
As soon as you say that, there is a bolt of lightning from the ceiling above. It strikes the center of the pedestal, and the doors open. There's a platform which raises up out of the center of the pedestal, and on it sits nothing. Well, no, not quite nothing. You notice there are what appear to be 2 playing cards on it, but
I grab it.
yeah, you see the 2 cards. It's 2 2s, a 2 of spades and a 2 of hearts, but no compass waiting for you here. There is, however, another line of runes along the pedestal here, congratulating you for solving the riddle, and it says, push here to return.
So we got the playing cards, and that's...
Aaron pushes the button. He wants to go.
What? We need... there's probably a clue down here other than these playing cards.
Well, that's too late. I push the button.
Karen took the 2 2s and she pushes the button.
Yeah.
You see Karen disappear.
Huh.
What do the rest of you want to do?
Wilbur, you want to make some food for us?
Oh my god,
One
no!
less mouth to feed?
Oh yeah, I'm really hungry. Yeah, I could make a little bit of nut stew.
Oh, yes.
Oh god.
That would be great. You even have a fire going over here.
That's perfect.
Alright,
Yeah, I try and make a nut stew.
with the puzzle solved, Wilbur walks over and starts to brew a stew in his bloody cauldron. Can give me another roll. I'm gonna say with disadvantage for this one, because it's kind of a gross mix.
What, nuts?
Well, nuts plus
And
the
blood.
residue of the blood and bone marrow.
Oh, 8?
Yeah. And the other roll has disadvantage. Oh, it would have been a crit. You know, there's the lingering taste of what could be greatness. This nut stew might be one of your specialties even, but you just can't get the taste of that bone marrow out of the cauldron.
You know, bone marrow only accentuates the taste. Only makes it better.
That's true. Bone marrow on its own is also a delicacy, but the iron from the blood and everything, it mixes together into a bitter stew.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a bitter stew.
Well, nuts have a lot of iron in them as well.
You know, it's not half bad. It could be an acquired taste.
Yes.
How do I acquire such a taste?
Just gotta eat more, I guess.
Hmm.
All
Now
right.
let's get out of here. Lightning.
Another bolt of lightning comes down from above.
Lightning! Lightning!
Lightning.
You guys keep spamming the lightning button.
Yeah. Let me see if I can light my cigarette with this one. Lightning.
Give me a dex roll not to get hit by the lightning here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it doesn't hit you, but your cigarette is just entirely scorched.
Wicked.
Does anyone else want to do anything in this room before heading up?
Can we just roll for clues?
You can investigate any of the specific elements in the room.
I investigate this guy.
The statue here?
Yeah.
Sure, give me a roll.
Man, I really should have put something in investigation.
15's pretty solid, though. You notice the bottom inscription below it reads, "Here lies Herbert, the mad tinkerer." And his statue actually appears to be a bit chipped. It's like his hand here is broken off.
Oh, is he the father of the rock?
With a 15, you know, this material does look similar to the rock.
Oh my god.
You can't say for sure, but definitely similar stone.
We need to take this back to the ship. I think it's the rock's father.
You can grab his hand. You can't grab the whole statue, but you see his hand lying over here in the corner.
Well, you can't take the whole thing?
It's a giant stone statue.
Okay, I'll take the hand, shake it, and then move on.
Alright, you have Herbert's
Hey, I'm
hand.
Locke. Good to meet ya.
The hand of Herbert shakes back.
Got a tug to it. I like it.
Alright,
I'm
anything
ready
else?
to go now. What about you guys?
I'm ready.
Okay. Jack, can I get a quick perception check from you while you sit here on the other end?
On the other side. Okay, perception.
Yeah, all you needed was a 10. You hear a strange zoom, and then you hear some screaming as you look up in the sky. Karen seems to be falling from the sky straight above the lake.
Is she gonna fall into the water?
Yeah, it looks like she's right above the lake. Got teleported maybe like 100 meters up in the air.
Oh, damn. I can't do anything. Okay, because she's gonna fall in the water. Can I like, can I throw some rocks in the water? I just start throwing rocks because I don't know if it's a myth.
Yeah, break the tension.
Break the tension.
Yeah, it's smart.
So, anyways, like,
And you would probably dive.
Grab some rocks and just starts throwing it into where she's landing, where she's gonna land. Soften up the water.
I'll allow it. You break the tension.
I don't know if it's true.
It's true, yeah.
This fall was not supposed to kill anybody anyway. The water was
100 meters?
I don't know. We're doing video game logic for this. You fall into water, no fall damage. You're fine.
Okay. I'm gonna say it then. Lightning!
You get one last burst of lightning as the rest of the group follows some time after Karen. Just this whole mass of people teleported into the air and then falling straight back down into the lake. And that is where we will end this episode of the Crimson Crew. You guys didn't find the Chaos Compass, not yet, but you're well on your way.
That's true.